Hello humans, this is Random Wizard and welcome to the Random Channel. Today we're going to be playing Medieval Fantasy Rogue's Choice Chapter 16, The Best Choices. We played through the chapter, best choices right here, let's go. This was the okay-ish choice. I chose, I've climbed this far, I'd like to see what's up there, but we're just gonna repeat what she says. She said just she likes to be unpredictable, so we're gonna repeat that. Apparently that's the best option. Because I'm unpredictable. Morale increase 1, favor increases 2. Because I'm unpredictable, you say. Ever glows within. Yes, sometimes you are. This is one of the reasons I'm beginning to love you. You love me, you say, a strange thrill rising up. Maybe. Hard to say with a trickster, eh? Her voice is light. What I do know is that you love me. Nonsense, you say. How can I love a lying spirit that cares not if I die? Stop allowing bad things to happen to me and I shall love you. Unpredictable champion, says Egra. Perhaps there will be a place in Ohur's court for you. Then this is all done. I assume that deal was done, you say. I am to be awarded in the next world. Let's just hope Thog or something else terrible doesn't get to you first. Stay unpredictable and maybe you shall get your reward. Not too reassuring, you say. That is good. This was the correct choice. You first tell Egra to handle it, which will revert you back to the choices you had, but you get 1 extra morale. This was the correct choice. Just transform into someone else, and for the choices, Lestral Calax Apprentice is the correct one. This one is kind of shocking me. I chose it shall be the easiest promise I've ever kept, which I understood that was the normal option, but I thought that your mother begged my attention would be the one that decreases morale. Apparently Griffin, Guano and Witchcraft one decreases morale. This one actually gives you morale. Your mother begged my attention, so I must leave anyway. Stepping haughtily, you raise your chin. Your mother begged my attention, and so I must leave anyway. Zadius frowns. Sudre, are we not to attend her soon as well? Priya does not answer. She only glares at you. Zadius turns to you. Our mistress is still in the atrium? Not knowing the answer and seeing no benefit in risking one, you simply say, "My lady," as you bow mockingly at both of them, then begin before spinning on your heel and strutting out. Well, that was a waste of time. Yeah, this is pretty much the same thing. I don't think there's anything different. Well, that you braved Drala security, blah blah blah. Wrong, my spunky god. Yeah, this is new. Wrong, my spunky godling, you say as you exit the living quarters and step back into the hall. I was gathering information. Drala is in the atrium and is about to be joined by her daughter and that nasty little wizard. I shall find her first. And then what? Asks Egra. Something witty and amusing, of course, you say, and perhaps we shall see what other secrets this tower holds. That was much better. The last time I did this, Egra was just saying that that our character is acting like a baby or whatever. Which was correct, he was acting like a baby, and this still doesn't help. I still feel like, despite the fact that we got some information, he was acting very childish. In my opinion, this was the correct choice. For what purpose is what I chose, and as I guessed as much, if you chose like you did with your daughter, she's gonna be very pissy, but apparently you get more favor for it, and I kind of want to see how she's gonna react. So let's ask this. Ask like you did with your daughter. What that means, by the way, she said, I don't create, like I summon my pets. So our character is saying, Rooster is saying that your daughter is one of your pets as well. She's not gonna escalate a nuclear bomb. Seriously? Why have a reasonable and boring conversation when you can escalate into a drama-fueled death spiral? Like you did with your daughter, you ask? Oh, a bold thing to say, says Egra delightedly. Several Drala's eyes narrow at you. Suddenly the rumbling of the floor gets much louder. You turn in time to see a pair of golems careening towards you in their clumsy dance. You dodge, but one stone foot clicks your side. It's like getting kicked by a draft horse, far worse if it had been a direct hit. Even still, you're sent spinning and hit the floor hard. Oops, says Drala. They're still learning the steps. It is a complex dance and golems are not very bright. The golems whirl away, the rumbling in the floor receding with them. Apologies, you say as you roll up onto your feet. Perhaps it is me that is not so bright. You certainly lack manners, says Drala. I presume you're referring to my daughter's visit to your little castle. She did intrude on me and my mistress, you say, since you speak of manners. Wait. Like you did with your daughter, that's not what she mean. I felt like you did with your daughter. I thought he was talking about the life summoning thing. Apparently they're talking about something else, but regardless, let's just continue. We'll probably find out. Yeah, she did intrude on me and my mistress, you say, since you speak of manners. You think she was there at my behest, says Drala. Is that unreasonable to think, you say? Suda does try to please me sometimes, pathetically so, but she is no pet. Yeah, he was talking about the pet thing. I do not know why she went to see Kalak, other than she worships powerful witches. Her companion, who may know by the name of Dragon, had important information to tell Calac, and only Calac, you say. It is no surprise that your daughter wanted to aid him. This man, Dragon, is exceptionally handsome and charming. There's no doubt she was falling in love with him. Oh, are you fucking serious? Stop it with this fucking childish bullshit. It still doesn't help. Drala laughs. It's sort of metallic. So I don't understand why her voice is metallic. I believe it was that fool who aided my daughter, not the other way around. Yeah, I mean, he did aid it. So there it is. Even Drala knows how her daughter betrayed me, you think. I believe it was the fool who aided my daughter, not the... Yeah, pretty much. So even Drala knows that shit. Fool. Most know him as a hero or slayer of Thog's monster, you say. Drala waves at you dismissively. What was so important to tell your mistress, Calac? Goblins were under Ring City, and there was a succubus running around the Duke's castle, you say. The succubus penetrated the castle. I watched her only make it as far as the inner ring. Spurred on by Drala's interest, you blurt out, the succubus's name is Azazel. Drala is silent as she stares at you with many eyes. At last she says, that is worth knowing. Okay, so we gave her some information, but yeah, she must be interested in Azazel, considering, yeah, Azazel is very strong. Because as I've mentioned multiple times before, she is from Viz's Choice, and she was Nerul's like right hand woman or whatever. So she was fucking strong. She questions you about Azazel, but you say you know nothing more. Quickly she loses interest and resumes her early activity. That was interesting. Okay, this one is where she was asking Calac was asking why did I come up here, and I said apologies, my curiosity got the better of me. I'm just gonna go with I found the elves boring, which appears to be the best option. Snarky, remember that's a fine line between snarky and arrogant or snouty. Use with caution. Found the elves boring, you say. Agra laughs. You begged your leave to visit them, says Calac, putting her hand on her hip. And then you find them boring? They were having a contest of music, and they made many poor song selection, you say. So you leave your cousins and go disturb a hostess, says Calac. Speaking of boring, I'd like to move on, says Drala. Calac, if it is any comfort, my apprentice is also a bit eccentric. Have you ever gotten to know a brass dragon? Calac shakes her head and smiles slightly as she again looks about the brightly sunlit chamber. Interesting. So the brass dragon is her apprentice. She did mention that before, but it wasn't very clear. Now it's fucking clear. This was the correct option. Disguise your scent. This was the correct option. House Rude here. This was the correct option. I was not certain it was true. We can make up the ritual here, which would probably like just make us look like a fool, but Agra would like that and she would give us favor. But the other choice that I went with, walk up and touch the Jabla bar, is the correct choice as far as I can see. I mean, it does decrease your life, but the other things you get compensate for that. Now last time we did Inuxius, which was the correct option. But this time we're gonna do two things. We're gonna check out your sister and Agra. Your sister is the correct option, so I mean the best option, not the correct option. There's no correct option. I still think Inuxius was the best choice we went with, but we're gonna do Agra first, then we're gonna do your sister. This is the Jabla bar is trying to look and scry on people. Let's scry on Agra. Let's see what that does. Show me Agra the Godling, you say. Curls swirl before you, even as your eyes are shut tight. Yeah, we already, no, we did not see this actually. The colors begin to coalesce into a shape. It is fetching. Woman wearing a cloak. She has long brown hair and beautiful brown eyes. There are a great deal of skin showing underneath the cloak. She must be naked under there. What do you think, champion? She says, looking straight at you and tilting her head flirtatiously. Very nice, you say. I'm glad to confirm once and for all that you're not a child. Alright, our character thinks that she is actually underage or whatever. You come in closer to inspect her face. It's probably going to be a goblin face or something. It's actually rather familiar. Is it not enough to have my voice in your mind? You need to see me as well? She says. Wait, you say, you have my face? My face if I were a woman? Let me make it more obvious for you as she speaks. Facial hair grow out around her mouth into a goatee. Appearance means nothing. Have I not taught you anything? Thankfully, she begins to blur and fade away. The next thing, yeah, we already know all this. But we don't even actually smell anything in this time. Most reckless elf, did you blah blah blah? You shake your head. Dragon and nod in the pulse. What do you think? Did I prepare your scrying stone? Yes, I believe you did, says Drala in a voice that is nearly a spur, a stark contrast, and a metallic voice tone. With that done, maybe we can work together to break through Nux's defenses. Yeah, let's redo the last choice. I would do your sister, which is apparently the one that gives you the most. I don't know if it's the best choice. I still believe Inuxis is the best choice. But I'm gonna go with this considering it gives more morale. Show me my sister, Tamara Shade. Colors swirl before you even as your eyes are shut tight. The colors begin coalesce into shapes that are blurry at first, then become clear. It's her. There she is with her mother's freckles. You always teased her about those. Her normally full lips set into a thin line of concentration, her brown hair in a single long braid, the way she likes when she has work to do. She's surrounded by Forrest, crouched down. Her large, intense blue eyes are set on her task as she slides her fingers along fine strings, a tripwire. You have set many of them with her. Did I not tell you she was safe, champion? For now, she's on the run, you say. I can tell. At least she looks healthy with her pink cheeks, another source of teasing from you. The image fades and you notice the smell of pine needles. The next thing you know, you're on the stone floor. Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, what did you see that makes you so merry? Shake your head. Nothing anyone of you would care about. You're not at the pulsing stone. What do you think? Yeah, it's the same thing. So, I still believe Inuxius was the best one, considering we get some information from that. At least our boy is happy, considering we got 3 morale from seeing his sister. So we're gonna continue on with this one. So this one I did, which was the correct option, is agree that Drala shall get what she deserves. That's the one we went with. That is the best option. But I want to try something out. There is an option to give Drala the real pendant, which apparently gives you morale and favor and also gives you an achievement. So let's try that. Give Drala the real pendant. You were willing to sacrifice for the good of others. Good job. Everyone wants to save the earth. Nobody wants to help mom do the dishes. PJ Rourke. You only make it a step towards Drala before your muscles freeze. I know your mind, champion, and I'm surprised, says Egra. The stakes are too high, Egra. Around Drala's neck, you can save lives. I enjoy surprises, they're rare for me. I would never have expected to throw away that which you have risked so much to win, only to face oblivion, says Egra. Thog, you think getting Egra back again was to save you from a fate worse than death, wasn't it? You're my champion, Rooster. I'm not to be handed off like property, says Egra. Then maybe you should not have inserted yourself into a piece of property, you say. Egra laughs. Do not presume to know what shall save lives and what is right. It is through you that I shall have my victory. But now Kalak, yeah, it's the same thing. So I just wanted to do that just to check it out. But otherwise, I'm just gonna go back to the one I did, which was agree with her, which gives us the most favor. And that's the end of the chapter. We got 660. Last time we got 530. So yeah, this is much better. We did make a lot of good choices when we were playing ourselves, considering I got the highest rank. So we did see a lot of this stuff, but still there were some other avenues to explore that we got some decent stuff to look at, and I'm quite happy with that. So thank you so much for watching. The link in the description to the game. There's also a link to the background music. There's also a link to my Patreon and Twitter. Go follow me over there. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and we'll see you next time with chapter 17. Bye bye.